Hi, and welcome back to Stone Age Success. It's Andy here, and we're on to the next part of the video series, which is all about daily action, okay? And so today we're going to look at the daily structure that just replaces motivation. We don't want to rely on that. We want to replace it. So if your plan depends on motivation, it's definitely not a plan. It's just a wish, because motivation comes, it ebbs, it flows, and it changes all the time. Today we're going to build a daily structure that works even when you're tired, and even when you're busy, and even when you're just a normal human, which we all are, right? And, the daily actions work because long-term goals feel powerful until real life shows up. And I know you can look at your own life and see where you had big plans to do some stuff, and then something happened, and you just let it go. You just left it and, thought, oh, I'll come back to it later, but you never come back to it. Definitely not in the same way, okay? And that's why my program emphasizes daily and weekly tasks. They keep you moving while the big picture stays steady, right? We need to keep doing those little mini steps to get on our journey to get where we're going. That way we don't need a heroic effort. We just need repeatable effort every day. And the more structure you have, the easier this is. So before we get into the actual Daily 5 framework, make sure you get the Quick Start program. It's free. Download it. And that way you can watch the video series and follow along and work through your Jumpstart program so that you can really get going. Okay, so the link's down in the description. Grab that Quick Start program and get working on it. It's going to point you all in the right direction. Now, in the Quick Start program, the workbook lays out the Daily 5 concept for continuous improvement. Okay, like this is a cycle that happens over and over and over again every single day. And you have to think of it like sharpening your tools before you get to work. Everything's much better with a sharp tool when you're trying to work, okay? So here's my Stone Age success version of what the Daily 5 looks like, right? First thing you got to do is we have to make a plan for the day. Now, we do this the night before. It doesn't take very long. You're just planning, what am I going to do to progress towards my goals, okay? Now, towards my target, right? My monthly target, my weekly target. Pick 1, 2, 3 things only. Don't pick a whole bunch of things. And only plan what you can make and achieve successfully tomorrow. Okay? Don't plan something that's going to take more things. Break it down into smaller chunks then, and so that you can be successful with that chunk tomorrow. Okay? Part 2. After you get your plan, you need to take a few minutes and actually rehearse, visualize. Don't dream it. It's not a fantasy. Just visualize it in real time. See tomorrow's plan being finished successfully. You sent out the emails, or you completed the little job that you booked for yourself, or you updated your budget. Whatever it was that you had on your plan, visualize yourself finishing it successfully tomorrow. Okay? That helps your subconscious get everything organized to make that happen. That's very crucial in what we're doing. The third part is you need to set up some affirmations, which are a type of mental rehearsal, but some affirmations which are short, precise statements, okay, that help keep you on track. They're not to hype you up. They're your identity. Like, I keep promises to myself. I finish what I plan, right? I finish my plan successfully. And those things, those little affirmations, can get you back on track, especially if you're repeating them regularly. I always suggest you say them in front of the mirror with intensity and intent in the morning, 10 to 12 times. In the evening, maybe if you can steal away a time, probably don't do it while you're walking down the street because somebody might think you're cuckoo. But if you can find a quiet place, say them to yourself. But all the time, be thinking about that affirmation, because it's going to keep you on track with achieving your plan. The fourth part is critical because it's something that we overlook all the time. And that is, I want you to start catching yourself achieving throughout the day. Take down all of the small wins and write them down. Don't try to remember them. You won't be able to. Write down all of the small wins, and they can be microscopic wins, and they can be about anything in your life, anything in the day that you're doing. You know, maybe you drank one less cup of coffee, or maybe you took the stairs instead of the elevator. Those are little wins, right? We always notice failure all the time, and we log failure in our brain. But let's start logging those little wins, because wins create momentum. Remember when I talked about the raindrop theory? That, are we afraid of a raindrop? No. Are we afraid of a rain shower? Of course not. Are we afraid of a flood? Of course we are. But a flood is just a collection of raindrops, but it has momentum and power. And that's what we want to build with our wins. We want to build achievement momentum. Okay? And it's real to us because we did the wins. The more we win, the more our brain wants to win. So we will stay on track, we'll complete our plan, we'll do all that stuff. And the final part is we always need to do a review for each day. So at night, before you make your plan for the next day, do a review of today. And no emotion. Data. Okay? Think about data. What worked for me today? What didn't? What do I need to change to do better tomorrow? No shame, just data. And keep emotion out of it. Really just stay on it. And then one of the most important things that we can, make sure is we need to create actionable momentum. So do the work. Just do it. It's hard, but we just have to stay on track, making progress. Little steps, no big jumps, no rushing in there, just actionable, repeatable action. And then once a week, every week, do a weekly reset, okay? Review your targets. Do a general plan for the next week's tasks. You're not judging, you're just steering the ship, right? We need to stay on track more. It's always a straight line between, where you are and your goal on your, if you were to draw it out, but we never stay quite on there. But the closer we can stay to that line, the better. We just don't want to veer way off and take a detour and then try to get back to it. So we want to try to stay on. Definitely pick 2 non-negotiable habits for yourself this season. One for your body, one for the mind, or one for money and one for relationships. Small enough to sustain you, big enough to matter, okay? Just 2 non-negotiable things you're going to work on. That's going to really boost your inner confidence and make you more bulletproof. Next video is going to just be some tips and tricks, hacks, so to say, is going to help you make achievement easier without turning you into some sort of, achievement robot, productivity robot. And remember to subscribe and comment daily 5 down